Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Justin. I play guitar on songs in Nashville. And today I wanted to talk about my favorite setting on a Les Paul that you might not know about. And it's actually a little bit different from guitar to guitar. It has a lot to do with how the pickups are voiced, what the wood sounds like, the frequencies that it is, amplifying or enhancing, and what it sounds like acoustically. And this setting is different from guitar to guitar. And for that reason, we're going to check it out on my 69 Les Paul Custom, which is all original, and my 2005 Gibson R5. This is basically a Wildwood spec R4, if you know what an R4 is. It's like a 54 reissue. The Wildwood spec, the way they changed it is that they had Gibson map a neck of an actual R4 that they had in their vault at the time at Wildwood. They did that, and then they also used longer locking bridge studs, Tone Pro studs. And the last thing they did was have Gibson route the pickup cavities so that the tops of the pickups are actually parallel to the strings. If you own any older R4s or R6s, you'll notice that that's not the case. They routed those pickup cavities with the back of the guitar flat on a table. And the neck of a Les Paul doesn't sit parallel to the back of the body, right? It leans way back. It's got a neck angle the way it's set into the body. So that was always an odd visual pet peeve of mine. So anyway, this is a really great guitar, and I've got Throbak 55, 56 pickups in it. And other than that, it's... oh, and I have a Music City bridge, the Uncle Larry Joe Glazer bridge. So we'll check this out on both guitars. So first I want to tell you about how I found this setting. It was actually showed to me by a producer, and he did this weird thing that I had kind of a what are you doing reaction to at first. He started messing with the knobs on my guitar while I was playing. Would that bother you, I'm not weird about very many things, but I'm a little bit weird about other people touching my guitars. And it's only because nearly every time I get a guitar back from somebody, it's got gunk on the neck from their hands, and I can feel their gunk. And I can feel it on the strings too. And so, I don't know, I feel like I need to change strings after 95% of other people touch one of my guitars. And that's because I have the driest hands known to man. I don't gunk strings up at all. I don't know why. My hands are just ultra dry. I do still need to change strings because over time you develop flat spots in the back of the string, and then the string isn't oscillating uniformly like it's supposed to, and your intonation suffers, right? So even if you're like me and you don't gunk up your strings, you still got to change them when they start to no longer be able to be in tune the way you want them to be. So here's what this thing sounds like. I'm playing through my old deluxe reverb. I've got a 65, late 65, like November. It's not pre-CBS. It's just a really great amp, and I've had it for a long time. I've got it on 7, and I'm running into the same extension cab in my garage that I always use. Here's what this sounds like. Bridge pickup, wide open. It's one of my favorite guitars to just bang out big, angry rhythm, energetic rhythm stuff like that, It's super cool. You're just hearing the amp. I mean, I have every pedal turned off. I have some reverb on the reverb channel. Reverb channel is at about 7, so I've got the amp cranked enough that a hotter pickup like a humbucker can sort of push it, So here's the way the neck pickup sounds. Totally not the right guitar or amp to be playing that, but it made me think of it. And then here's middle position. It's got that real sweet Gibson middle sound, very classic, you know. So this setting that this whole video is about, I'm playing and sort of riffing on the bridge pickup while this producer is setting what he wants on the amp, right? I'm not allowed to use a pedal board at his place, so I always remember to take a headstock tuner, and then I basically only play through his amps. He's got amps that he likes, and so he has the guitar players he hires, he has them come in, sit down, start playing, and he goes back and fiddles with the amp. Well, then he does this extra step with Les Pauls. He starts messing with the controls of the guitar while I'm playing. And well, he kind of scoots his chair over. He's like, "Do you mind?" And he just he kind of goes to it, and I'm like, "Yeah." But I'm playing. He flips it to the middle position, and then he starts messing with the neck pickup volume, and he's listening for something in particular. Okay. And you're going to hear it. It's really cool. Check this out. So this is full on middle. Middle position. Classic Les Paul, right? So I'm going to slowly turn the neck pickup down just a little bit, and you're going to hear this thing happen. Did you hear that little wah? There's just the tiniest wah. I'm only at 9.5 on the neck pickup. And so now listen to it. It's just a thicker bridge pickup now. That's pretty cool. So for comparison, here's wide open bridge. Like that's real snarly and bright, right? And then I go here. Amazing. It's amazing. It was like, oh, okay, wow, that's actually really cool. We started playing on this song, and it was a very, think Allman Brothers with Sheryl Crow singing, but just a little funkier. Like the drums are a little bit busier, I guess. And there were some moments to stretch out, and it was like super inspiring, you know. Here's single note, like more leady licks with just the wide open bridge pickup. Same thing with this new setting. You can almost hear a little bit of the middleness of it, but it's still it's like you're taking the bridge pickup and using the neck pickup to turn down the ultra high frequencies, the presence and all the sibilance in the top end of the bridge pickup, right? It's like you're using the neck pickup to pull those frequencies down. So middle with the neck rolled back. And again, I'm on 9.5. And it's funny because he was sort of messing with it and he got it and he was like, I'm still playing. He goes, yep. And I stopped playing. I'm like, what'd you do? And he goes, on your guitar, it's 9.5. And I'm like, what? And I looked, and he turned the neck pickup down to 9.5. And he had a whole wall of guitars behind him of his own guitars, and he's got a couple Les Pauls in there, and he points at one of his Les Pauls, and he goes, on that one, it's totally different. It's like 8.5, you know? So there's a spot in middle position. If you turn the neck pickup volume down, you get just a more mid-rangey, fatter bridge pickup sound, okay? And it's gonna seem like you lost a hair of volume. That's because those super high frequencies in the bridge pickup are louder, okay? And you're kind of pulling those down. So I don't know, like for recording when the mic is this close to the speaker, I feel like I hear a difference with it all day long, you know, and it works really, really well. So let's check it out on the Gold Top, and then I'll let you all go. Okay, so this is down a half step. I'm gonna go ahead and tune up. Wide open bridge pickup. Here's the neck. So the middle position on a P90 guitar has a special kind of chime to it, right? Really great sounding guitar. So let's find this setting on this guitar. Let's play some riffs, and I'll go from the bridge pickup to the middle position, and we'll roll down the neck volume on the middle position till we find this spot where it's the bridge pickup, but we've turned down some of the high end, and it's a little fatter and meatier and is gonna sit better in a mix in the end, which is the entire goal, right? You can already hear just all the overloaded top end. I feel like I didn't hear the wah until I got to about 8. You know, that's what that's what you're listening for. It's like it's almost like there's a wah pedal that you just hear change a little bit. You hear some filter sweep that just kind of changes. Like and that to me is the disappearance of that middle pickup setting chime, okay? When that disappears, you are now left with the bridge pickup with however the neck pickup is acting on it in a reduced way, okay? So, full up. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? When I got to 8, one more time. How, how. It's like you hear that thing happen. So here's our middle position with the reduced neck. Bridge pickup wide open. I mean, there's so much more top end, and when you're playing live or if you're playing by yourself and you think of, a lot of times you just automatically think louder equals better. Louder is better. And, you know, wide open bridge pickup has got more volume out of the top end frequencies So when we get rid of those or soften them or fatten the tone of the guitar up by doing that, it sounds like, oh, now we're quieter, which is not good. Quieter equals badder. Louder, gooder, quieter, badder. Just give your ears a second. Like, give them a second to adjust, okay? Because you'll settle in to what this sound is. And then you'll go back to this, and you'll be like, oh, actually, that's a little too barky, a little too much in the top end. You've given your ears a chance to hear what is actually going to sound so much better in a mix. So much better. So, anyway, I want to hear from you. Where is it on your Gibson? Maybe you don't have a Les Paul, maybe you have an SG. Maybe your SG is old enough that it's called a Les Paul. In that case, I'm jealous. Maybe you've got a 335, you know? Maybe you're playing a, I don't know, an old Birdland or something, or a Howard Roberts guitar, or whatever it is. Basically, for me, I think this thing exists on dual pickup Gibsons that have independent volume and tone controls. And they got to be wired like they did back in the day, you know. If you've got 300K pots and they're not wired properly, like, you're not doing your guitar any favors anyway. A 300K pot sounds like a 500K pot turned down 40%, right? So it's like you're starting with things rolled halfway down anyway. Yeah, let me know. Let me know where it is on your guitars. On my Les Paul, my black custom, it's over here, it's over this shoulder. It's at about 9.5. On this guitar, it's 8. And man, the difference is huge. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Let me know what you come up with. See ya.